Hey everybody, Jay here. This video is going to be about the motorized bicycle toolkit that I've put together using this carbon fiber shell toolkit that I found online. I think it was about 10 bucks if I remember correctly. It's actually designed to fit in a bicycle water bottle holder. You can see the resemblance and shape of a bicycle water bottle. I don't use it in that fashion. I actually just lay it down horizontally in the bottom of my backpack. Works either way. Alright, so to start off, work on the right side. I have some wet hand wipes to get the grease and dirt from working on your bike off your hands. And a CO2 inflator. And a 16-gram threaded CO2 cartridge. Now your standard air gun or the smaller cartridges that most of you are probably familiar with will not work with this inflator. So make sure when you go to your bike shop or you order online to get the 16-gram threaded cartridges. I have a valve stem remover to remove the valve stem from a punctured inner tube. That way I can just push out the excess air a lot faster, making it easier to remove the inner tube. I have a PSI gauge for the tire, a small pocket knife, in this case for utility purposes. Never hurts to have one. Some tire levers, and a 415 half link and some cotter pins to go along with it. On my bike chain for my motorized bicycle, I don't use the standard master link on my chain. I use a 415 half link to connect the two ends. So if that ever breaks, I always have an extra on hand. On this side, I have some metric Allen wrenches or Allen keys. They're the shorter ones, just so they fit in here a little better. Make sure they're metric, because mostly everything on these Chinese motorized bike kits is metric. Here is a Torx Key that came with the Avid BB5 brakes that I installed in place of the cheap brake calipers and pads that were on the bike that I got, which is a CDH power frame. That was a necessity as far as upgrades go. The previous brakes were completely inadequate. I have a few combination wrenches, 10mm 3/8, and I have a 15mm for the wheel axle nuts, and an adjustable crescent wrench right here. The needle nose I would primarily use to install and remove the cotter pins from the 415 half link. And that's about it. One last thing, if you noticed, I don't have any flat head or Phillips head screwdrivers in this toolkit, and the reason for that is because if you've watched my other video, Motorized Bicycle Upgrades, you'll see that I had mentioned that I replaced virtually all the Phillips and flathead screws or bolts with Allen heads. That way you can get the necessary torque for tightening without the head of the screw stripping, and it just eliminates the need for extra tools like screwdrivers. Definitely something else I recommend everyone doing. Alright, I think that just about covers it. Please subscribe and like if you found this video informative. Alright, thanks everybody.